It's another beautiful day here in the Shire. You might not have heard of this little baked slice of heaven, but for New Zealanders, it's practically an unspoken national staple. Ask any Kiwi traveling abroad, and they'll tell you this is a lunchbox treat that tastes just like home. This time, Renee's making
Ginger Crunch. It's a bakery staple in New Zealand with a thin biscuit base and firm ginger icing cut into clean little rectangles. I'm using the classic style recipe today, buttery, crisp underneath with a glossy top that sets just right. There's a trick to getting that finish, and today I'll show you exactly how to do it. I hope. I've never made this before. First step is we're going to cream some butter and sugar together. I've got some butter. Oops, oh dear, this is just going to be a day. And then we've got some sugar here. And we're going to get this going. And when you're creaming, you want this at a medium high. I'm just going to let that get nice and fluffy. Okay, so this went for about a minute, and I'm really happy with that. Oh, it looks really good. So from butter and sugar by themselves to this light and airy mixture, this is exactly what you want it to look like. So the next step is we're going to sift the flour. I'm going to put this right in here, and cool trick, when I'm dumping something in and it looks like it's going to spill over the sides, I make a funnel with my hands. I just put them on the edge of the bowl and pour like this, and then it doesn't come out over the edges. And that might seem silly, but it works for me. Okay, and then we have some baking powder, and we have some ginger. And I'm going to just sift that into that bowl. And there we have a nice fluffy bunch of flour mixture. So now we're going to put this in the bowl. This is a very easy recipe. And we're going to just mix that up. We're looking for a dough here. It's almost like a shortbread, I think. It looks like a shortbread recipe to me. Okay, that looks like we could do something with that now. We're going to take this out of the mixer, and we're going to knead this a little bit. It says to flour the board if you need to, but this dough is, it's very nice. I love this. It looks perfect, but we're going to knead that a little bit and make sure it's all together. If it's sticky when you take it out, flour the board a little bit, but it's got so much... It's beautiful, and I'm really happy with that. I had never heard of Ginger Crunch before. If this is your first time seeing this, type first time in the comments below and tell me about a regional treat you grew up with that no one else seems to know about. If you have heard of Ginger Crunch before, type Kiwi Classic. I'd love to hear where you found it. So this is what your dough is going to look like, and we're going to put this into a 20 by 30 centimeter pan, this is a New Zealand recipe, and they use centimeters consistently, and I couldn't find a pan. I spent the morning measuring pans. None of them fit. So when I first try a new recipe, I like to make it exactly as the recipe says. I couldn't find a pan, so I made one of my own, and I've put parchment paper. This has pie weights in it to make sure the heat is transferred, and this is just a layer of aluminum foil, and I didn't want that aluminum foil to move or anything, so I put a piece of parchment paper to keep it all in check. And so this is my new pan. So the recipe calls for this to be in this size pan because of where they want the thickness of this, but I wanted it to be just right so we could all see how it's going to taste. And then we're just gonna move this around, and it's quite thin. I'm going to use my handy dandy roller. Get those sides down. I'm just going to make sure this is all even. Okay, that feels pretty good. I am going to push those sides down so they don't burn. Oh, this looks like it's going to be good. And we're going to put this in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. I am going to watch it. I'll start off with 15 just to make sure that my new pan is working properly.
When we get back, Renee's whipping up a topping so irresistible, even a rugby scrum would drop their ginger nuts for it. Right after this.
I have a product called golden syrup, which I have been using a little bit of lately. I discovered it about a year ago. It's delicious. It replaces corn syrup and things like that. It's got this caramelly taste that is just beyond belief. Okay, the next thing we're going to do while this is in the oven is make the topping. We're going to melt some butter, and I've got this on about a medium. And as that starts to melt, I'm going to pour this golden syrup in. And I'm going to start mixing that together until it blends really well. And so I see right now the golden syrup is kind of separate from the butter, and I want to get that so that it's kind of mixed together. It's going to turn that butter a little bit brown, almost like brown butter. But right now it's getting better, but it's kind of stuck together in a glomp. And I'm going to wait for those edges of that butter to heat up and start bubbling around the edges. And I don't really want this to boil or simmer or anything. I just want the edges to start getting hot, and then I'll know it's hot enough to deal with the sugar and the ginger. And so those edges are starting to bubble, and there's a little bit of bubbling going on underneath. I just want to make sure this is hot enough to dissolve that sugar. And this has just started bubbling around the edges. There's a little bit of bubbling going on there, and I'm just going to make sure that stops a little bit. And so I'm going to put this sugar in and start stirring and get my ginger in there. And what you're trying to do is melt this. And I've got my burner on low in case I feel like this is not dissolving that sugar quickly enough. But you don't want to stir really fast. You just want to get that sugar to melt. And I'm going to put it back on the heat for just a little bit. And I'm gently stirring. You can see that it's mostly mixed together now. So we'll just leave that. Okay, so that is golden brown, and I'm gonna just say that is perfect. I'm gonna take our mixture and I'm gonna pour it over. Oh, that looks great. See how shiny that is? Unfortunately, dropped a little piece of confectionery sugar in there just as I was pouring this on, but that shine looks amazing. And we're gonna let this sit. That spread very nicely, and I'm loving the way that looks. So let's...
Ginger crunch put on the counter, just beyond my light. A closed door all day, waiting for your touch, but it never came.
Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna score this. I think it works better if we do this when it's hot, so I'm just gonna lightly cut down through there. And this will make it easier to get apart when we take these out. So we've got that. Oh, you can see it from above. I don't know if you can see it through the glaze, but you can see the little squares, and they're not cut all the way through. They're just scored so that we can break those off, and they will break easily. It's acting just like a shortbread underneath.
The toppings poured, and now we wait. And yes, it sets faster than a debate over who invented pavlova. Back after this. While you were gone, Renee couldn't wait. She's already pulled the ginger crunch from the pan and started divvying it up. Let's catch back up to her and see what she thinks.
Okay, so here are the finished cut slices. They look beautiful. This one's got from the edge, and see underneath, that is perfectly browned. I cannot wait to try these. The top is shiny, and it's just the perfect proportion to topping to base. And the only picky part about this was the topping, which wasn't really that picky. So let's give this a try. Yum. That golden syrup in here is amazing. It adds in the crunch on the bottom. There's just this bite on the top, and you bite into it, and you're left with it's close, kind of like maple syrup, but not really. The maple piece isn't there, but it's just this elegant taste. These are so delicious. I am so happy I made these. I love these. Yum. I hope you make these, and thank you.
Ready for seconds? Don't put your spoon down yet. Tap this video, and Renee will meet you there.